Good evening. This is Consciously Interviews. And this time I am interviewing someone who is in sunny Arizona. It's sunny. He is in a t-shirt. I am not happy because I have had to keep myself warm. And he's showing me his tan, which I'm still not happy about. But it's none other than DJ Trigga Bashment.
Blessings, blessings, blessings.
I think you are the first DJ that I've interviewed, but you're also a DJ that has a very vast musical knowledge and history, and that's what we're going to find out about you. So, from reading your bio, I understand that you come from the South Bronx.
Yes.
I'm curious, personally speaking, what it was like growing up in the South Bronx.
In the 80s, 90s, very gritty, but like I said, I was saying, at the time I came along, the Bronx was on the verge of a change. I guess in the building stage part. I mean, in a city, so it's disadvantaged anyway.
Yeah.
But things were starting to change. The crack era was very, very, very present during that time. So, me as a youth now, fast forwarding to, I guess, elementary school, what may have you, we've seen a lot of things at very young ages that we shouldn't have been seeing. But thank God for, strong parents and strict and stern parents.
Yeah.
I was able to, and I would like to give myself credit too, because you have situations where parents raise their kids and they instill certain things and they may not follow it.
That's true. Yeah.
I've had a sibling who's been in the system and all that stuff. As far as jail and things like that, and I didn't want that for myself.
Yeah, but what made you not want it? Did you just in your head you just decided that was not your life?
I don't do jail. I don't do jail.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't do jail. That was just basically my focus. Like, I don't do jail. Even before that was actually a term, I don't do jail.
That's it. Trigga Bashment, I don't do jail. Yeah.
No, I don't do jail.
I hear you.
So I was a kid that always liked to be outside and playing. I grew up with like a crew of 10 friends.
Yeah.
And we would always congregate every day. This is back in the days when kids actually went outside, and played games and things like that and found things to do, even though, example, there is a park where I learned to play basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where we couldn't go to that park because there was always some type of shootout or somebody getting stabbed or just drug activity, you name it.
Yeah.
And our parents didn't allow us to go there because we couldn't enjoy the fruits of having a park because it was overrun by crime and whatever. We basically stayed in our block and made things fun for us.
Yeah.
Took the initiative because we didn't want to be in the house.
Yeah.
So we took that initiative and made our days fun. I don't think I've had a boring day in my life as a kid. Put it to you like that. Right.
That's good.
Despite all the foolishness that went on, I've never had a boring day in my life.
Wow.
As far as childhood is concerned.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice when you can remember it like that. Yeah.
And, I was basically raised to be independent very young. I was taking the subway at like 8, 9 years old
Oh,
by myself, you know. So I was I was basically a little adult, if you will.
yeah. So where are you in pecking order, as they call it? Where are you in the family?
Oh, I'm the baby.
Oh, you're the baby.
Everybody's older than me. Everybody's older than me.
Okay, okay.
Super older than me at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you speak about your parents. What nationality are they? Because
My
I'm
mom is
trying to work
African
out your
American.
nationality.
My mom is African American. My father's Jamaican.
Okay. That's where the slight accent, because I detect the accent.
However, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in the Stern. My parents were much older, so a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that's it in a nutshell.
Hmm.
My father was musically, he was a musician when he was younger,
Okay.
and he played 3 instruments,
Hmm.
things like that. So
Hmm.
music was in the blood.
Yeah.
I have a sibling, a brother who's big in the gospel realm. For many
Hmm.
years, he was,
Hmm. Hmm.
vocalist, backup vocalist.
Yeah.
You know, he did concerts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I come from a musical background in that
Yeah.
retrospect. My mother's side, my mother's like me, connoisseur of music. Well, should I say like her?
Yeah.
Because she's the elder. But
Mm.
music is definitely a vital part of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. When I read that bit, I could relate to that because my family are still in church. They grew up in church,
Yeah,
and all my family and our children are musical. So,
yeah,
you know, it's not until I started to really express what I wanted to do and get into music, I realized that, just as you said, just by hearing, just by being around it, how much you absorbed. I didn't realize
yeah.
how much I
I
knew, you know.
absorbed it. I
Yeah,
absorbed it, but I didn't think I would have absorbed it on a DJ level.
yeah, yeah,
Kind of chose me. I didn't choose it,
yeah.
if you will.
I was going to ask you how you came to be a DJ, but carry on, carry on.
Yeah, pretty much. It chose me as I was into sports.
Hmm.
I mean, I was into the DJ thing, but
Hmm.
not enough to pursue it. I
Right.
was I
Right.
would watch and get mystified by DJs that I've seen it on,
Hmm.
growing up in the Bronx too, they have things you call block parties. So you might
Yeah.
have DJs stand up and, they doing their thing, or they might have what they call park jams,
Yeah.
where they string up in the park and things like that. That was back in the days. They don't even do that no more. Like
Yeah.
how they
Yeah.
used, things have changed drastically.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I just watched and kind of was, impressed,
Yeah.
but I just never thought that it would come to intuition because, like I said,
Yeah.
I was just a kid that played basketball and did normal kid things, play
Mm-hmm.
sports, all kind of stuff, and um, I think the DJ aspect of it really didn't hit me to like late teens and early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
However, because I really just didn't have that outlet.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have that. Um, they say in New York that OG to kind of guide you.
Yeah.
Um, in that retrospect, um, it was a time where DJs wouldn't even allow you to touch their stuff.
Yes. Yeah. I know some like that now. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
back then it was vinyl. You
Yeah.
know, so you already know.
Yeah.
Especially if they just came from the record shop and stuff like that, or they just got that new equipment or the new new turntable or new mixer or whatever. They're not letting you touch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just kind of just like chalked it up as, okay, this is probably never gonna happen. So I just kind of just admired it from afar, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I say college where I started like really looking at it differently.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or should I say half a foot in,
Mm-hmm.
3/4 of a foot way out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until because I had 2 stints with college. The first time was directly after high school, and I went to college for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then things with IRE, with financial aid and things like that, and I had to stop going.
Yeah.
So after maybe like a year and a half or so passed, and then I took another crack at it at another school, and that's when I met the very person who would have pushed me to get into music, to get into DJing, because he seen that I had raw talent, he seen that I knew music.
Yeah. So can I just ask, was it just one genre? What kind of music were you playing?
Well, I grew up in the mecca of hip hop.
Right. Right.
Reggae music, obviously. Latin music, some of everything.
Yeah.
I grew up in the South Bronx, so there's a big Latin presence in the Bronx, especially on my side of the Bronx. Okay. Very big Latin presence. So you hear the salsa music, you hear the bachata music, you hear the merengue music. Very big Puerto Rican and Dominican community.
Yeah.
So, and you have, some other Latin American people around too, but Puerto Ricans and Dominicans were the majority when it comes to the Latin community.
Right.
In the Bronx. You might have some Honduras, some other different Latin Americans, but they're a smaller group as compared to the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans in my neighborhood, or my section of the Bronx, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
And all the heavy, as far as the Bronx is concerned, all of the Caribbean or Jamaican community was more what we call uptown Bronx.
Okay, uptown.
I had some in my neighborhood, but it wasn't like a big community. Like a lot of my friends I grew up with are children of either somebody Spanish or somebody from the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
With a few born Americans in there, in the crew.
Yeah.
But mostly everybody's family came from somewhere.
Okay. So, your show is called Sundays Rock and Come In.
Rock and Come In Sundays.
Rock and Come In Sundays. Okay. So,
my baby.
How old were you when that came about?
Oh, that was much later.
All right. Okay. So I'm jumping too far. Okay. Carry on.
That's not even nowhere near.
Yeah.
Wow. Wishful thinking though.
Yeah.
But like I said, early in the game, when I got to college for the second time, that's when the whole DJing aspect really started to manifest. By way of, like I said, I was the best man at his wedding. He's my best friend, almost 20 years. And he don't even play music no more. He's into the church now.
Right.
But he's actually, my understanding, he's actually got back into producing.
Yeah.
More on a Christian level.
Yeah.
But
so can I just ask, because my upbringing is in the church as well.
Yeah.
Why there seems to be a perception, I don't know if that's the right word, where if you're a Christian, you can't be into music, or there's a certain level you can't be. I'm trying to word it right. Yeah.
That's the exact disconnect that I have.
Yeah.
That I've never understood that.
Me neither. Yeah.
I guess I never will.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's music, it's music. So I'm trying to, if it's a lyric that would change anything. I
asked the question.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I wasn't going to get the answer that I would like.
Yeah.
So I just kind of just left it alone.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Because I ask myself that question. I do ask myself, because I love music. I love what I'm in. But even from my family, and, you know, there seems to, it's unsaid. It's not spoken. It's unspoken that, you know, you can't really be serious about God if you're so much into music. And I'm just wondering why.
But even if you listen to like a conscious tune, or even like a Lovers Rock, there's still some still frown on you. I don't know how it is now, but I know back then.
No, it's still the same.
Okay.
It's still the same.
I know back in the days that wasn't happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's unspoken. They won't say anything, but it's unspoken. You know, it's there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a person. I know how to pick my battles.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I hear you.
I kind of just left that question to whatever. And but it was always a question in my head, like, okay, if you're Christian, will you be breaking any laws if you listen to Barris or Freddie McGregor or Dennis Brown? I can understand the Bounty Killers, the Beanie Mans, the Popcorns, the Vybz Kartel, and all that stuff.
Yep.
But and even the hip hop aspect, you know, I can understand. You know, if you listen to gangster rap and all that stuff, but you going, I can get that. And then now they have Christian rap.
Yes, and Christian.
I mean,
everything.
It didn't just come, but it's just come consistent.
Yeah, Christian DJs. Christian DJs. They have every. Yeah.
So, like I said, it was just always question was always looming. I just never really raised it to nobody. I just feel like either they're gonna dance around it, or they're gonna be offended.
Yeah.
So, like, all right, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I think I just carry on now. Same thing, just carry on.
I've had that experience with the pastor as far as asking a question, and those two things usually happen.
Yeah.
Because I'll ask a question, but I'll ask it. It's a situation where you kind of have to answer it.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you're dancing. Around it.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I was in my teens, because I was trying to figure myself out and things like that, and I just was feeling myself in that retrospect, like, I'm gonna question this person and let me see if they really about what they say they about, and things like that. But for the most part, I just leave that battle alone.
I understand.
Because I feel as though I'm not gonna get the answer that I seek.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. So, okay, so from I understand, believe me. So, right, from teenage what happened from teenage to rock and come in?
Teenage, like I said, when teenage, I was into basketball heavy. High school days into basketball. And I have my music. I used to blast music. That's how I did my homework.
Yeah.
Like, and I would always do my homework to conscious music.
Yeah.
I had like a set playlist, if you will, or whatever. So come home, have my snack, whatever, start my homework. Turn on the Sizzler, the Capleton, the Luciano, Garnet Silk. And that's how I got my homework done.
Yeah.
I was a kid, like, I was good in school, but I was nonchalant.
Yeah.
For a lot of it. And that was like my escape.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
And how I got my work done. Because you can't listen to that music in class. So now that you're home and you're in your comfort space and you got to do this homework, I basically found my medium where I can concentrate and do what I need to do. And then when I'm finished doing that, then I listen to the hardcore hip hop or whatever else I want to, or the dance hall or whatever I want to listen to.
Right.
But that was like a routine.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good when my parents were at work.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah.
I wasn't bothering nobody.
No.
And then when parents retired, I kind of had to scale back.
Yeah.
They were both retired before I graduated high school.
Yeah.
So my mom more so forcefully because she had got injured in the job. So she had to go on permanent disability and things like that. But my dad, he retired for good at the age of 72.
That's a lot of years still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had already retired before that.
Yeah. That's what I'm
then
saying.
he went into something else.
Yeah.
However, so he retired for good.
Yeah.
when I was about 16 going on 17. And that last year of high school so was kind of a challenge as far as homework is concerned, because like I said, I was so used to doing it that way. And then now they're home, so I gotta still play my music because that's what I do. But I got a few cuss words while I was doing it. Because I boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's crazy because I had a boombox, but that boombox was loud. It was nice.
Yeah.
Never forget. And my father bought it for me. He kind of regretted it.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was how I did. That's how I coped.
Yeah.
Music. And then, like I said, I was an outgoing person, so I was always outside after all of that. Once chores or whatever responsibilities done in the house, I was good to do whatever I need, have my fun. I would go and have my fun. And I had to be home at a certain time and things like that. Then I just found, video games was very, 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 very least of my life.
Yeah, it was music.
Music and sports.
Music and sports. That's it.
That's basically my life in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And my teen years. Then I can say when I graduated high school, things changed because I was making money. I was making my own money already.
Right.
Before I graduated. So I was working full time. Back then, at 17, 18, you making $400 a week. You was doing it.
That's money. Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
Now nothing. But back then,
you
was doing that. And I was working at McDonald's, but I was putting in hours.
Yeah.
To make that money because I like sneakers.
Yeah.
I like clothes.
Yeah.
Especially back then. And the Bronx and in Harlem, we have a rep of being kind of flashy, if you will, I guess. But being that I was, a basketball player, I always liked my Jordans and things like that, my high top, So I always try to keep that stuff because I was a person that I didn't ask my parents. But number one, my father wasn't spending $200 on sneakers.
Yeah.
He could, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
But so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it myself.
Yeah. Good for you.
That's how I started making my own money.
Yeah. Good for you.
Clothes. And that was before then. I was buying my own school clothes because I know what I wanted and I know how I wanted to dress. And instead of complaining about it, you'll make your money.
Yeah. Simple. Yeah.
Before I got the full-time job, I would get a summer job. My money in there, buy my school clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how I, that's what you
did. Yeah.
Look the part, if you will.
So what was happening on the musical side at that time?
At that time, just an average patron. I started going to dance hall. I say 17 was my first interaction with dance hall.
Yeah.
As far as going to actual dance, start up in a dance, bass line are beating in your ears and all kind of, you know. I was about 17, which
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to, because back then it was 18 to party, 21
Yeah.
to drink, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it was just one of those things. It was actually the first time, I don't know if you're familiar with the term gun salute.
Right.
That was actually the first time I ever encountered a gun salute where selector play a big tune and bad boy in the corner drop in weapon and start bust two shot in the ear. Just because the song was good, that good.
Yeah.
You know? That's why when I hear certain songs from that time,
Yeah.
I laugh because I remember that situation.
Yeah.
I survived it, thank God, but that's not something that, you know, at that time I was ready for, but I did it. Yeah. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then I started frequenting, I say when I started working full time, started making my own money like that, that's when I started really frequenting dances and things like that.
Yeah.
I would go to this club in the uptown section of the Bronx.
Yeah.
Called Act 3, which is in the reggae, you know, in the reggae community. You know, it's a famous club that's came and gone. Many artists, selectors have passed through Act 3.
Right.
You know, there used to be a time when Ninja Man used to come there every year. A lot of those artists used to live in New York too. Let's see, in the Bronx. Like how Sister Charmaine just passed away.
Yeah.
She frequents, you can go on 228th and White Plains Road or somewhere near off of White Plains Road in the Bronx, and you'll see Sister Charmaine. Or if you're from Brooklyn, you'll see the Shaggies, the Rayvons, the Red Foxes, the Major Macros, the Sammy Dreadlocks. You see all these artists, or in the late 90s in the Bronx, Buru Banton. Buru Banton used to live in the Bronx. Terra Fabulous lived in the Bronx for a little bit. Jigsy King, if you're familiar with all these 90s artists and 80s artists.
Yeah.
They passed through the Bronx or Brooklyn somehow. They lived there, or or they try to come and stay and they sit too long on their visa or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you see artists, you see it. And like I said, for those that grew up in Brooklyn saw more.
Yeah.
As far as the reggae artist is concerned. But us uptown, in the Bronx, we saw our share too.
Yeah. So that
Shinehead is a Bronx native, even though he's, in between England and Jamaica.
Yeah.
He's, well known in the Bronx.
So the Bronx played a part in the development of these artists. That's what you're saying.
Bronx played a major development in sound system and just the music industry in the whole.
Right.
I remember there was a time where they had New York artists. To this day, they still have New York-based artists. They live born and raised in Jamaica, but their music career was shaped in set place.
Yeah.
Like Shaggy. Shaggy's from Brooklyn.
Wow. Yeah. So how long did that period last for? Because you talk about from 17 to when?
I say from 17 about 21.
Okay.
I say that's when I really got my introduction into the whole reggae dancehall scene.
Okay. So it started going in a certain direction now because it was before, it was multi-genre, but now it's going. Okay.
And I started meeting other people, and I started kind of like aparting from my nucleus of friends in my neighborhood, and kind of leaving basketball where it is, kind of swaying away and growing apart, and all these things that comes with coming of age.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I understand. I can picture it now. Okay.